final game of the season today. Unfortunate 1-0 loss. What were your thoughts on the match?
I'm just really disappointed to lose. You know, some people might think it don't matter because it's last game of the season, but it does matter. You know, it's important that today we played well, that we put a good performance in, and we didn't manage to do that. You know, and I'm really disappointed. I've said that to him. It's hard. I wanted to come in and be positive after the game, and I think in general parts we played really well and created lots of chances. You know, I think first half in particular we should have been 3-4 goals up. You know, we were on the front foot, scored, created a lot of good moments, but we couldn't take it. And probably people say that's the story of the season, to be honest with you. You know, we showed a lot of promise but delivered very little, to be honest with you.
Obviously, rebuild for next season's already started with yourself. How are you feeling about pre-season?
Look, I'm not going to get away from it. There's a lot of hard work to be done. You know, we've got a lot of catching up to do to be in contention with a lot of these teams, but I know exactly what we need. I know how to go about it. Obviously, I've got that experience before of building promotion winning teams, and I've got to use that now. You know, I'm really disappointed with the second half of the season. You know, I'm not going to hide away from that, but obviously it were about building, and although fans may not want to hear it, but we sort of stopped the rot, you know, and finishing mid-table gives us a starting point for next season to go on, and obviously we want to be challenging in them promotion places. It's not nice, I'm not used to it, end of season having anything to play for, but we're going to accept that, and like I said, there'll be a lot of hard work now to try and get us in a position where we're going to be nice and strong next year.
What's your final message to fans before the end of the season?
Well, I think to stick with us, you know. I think you know, fans always want to see you winning leagues and promotions and cups, and we've not managed to do that this year. But like I said, it's not another relegation. The club knows what league it's going to be in next year, but it hasn't been the case the last few seasons. So, like I said, you've got to start somewhere. We've stopped the rot. You know, we're a classic mid-table team, which is nice to say, but we are. But I can assure every fan here that I'll be working as hard as I can, and everybody else at the club to next year have something to celebrate. And I look forward to seeing everybody back next year and for a positive season.
Thank you, Craig.